Interaction by the city attorney with that attorney?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my question is, I wanted to know, there was no mention in this report of this infamous pipe that, that the city had put in between the properties, and whether that pipe was in fact an assumption of conduct which would manifest the municipality's desire or intent to assume the duty to provide water and sewer services outside of our jurisdiction. Sam?
Yes, sir, good. I just thought I saw something that did allude to it,
I didn't see any reference to the pipe.
Go ahead, Commissioner, I'm sorry.
And I need an answer that is specific to that question. In our discussions, your firm opined that because of a number of factors, but certainly because of that one, the city had held itself out in a very open way to those property owners as the provider of water and sewer, because there's no explaining the existing of that pipe as you had indicated, except to evidence that that intent. That explanation to me made sense, and it was on, and it was on that basis that I made certain votes. When I read this, I don't see him acknowledging that fact or responding to it. And so, in your dialogue, which needs to happen with the attorney, I'd like a very sort of pipe-specific answer to my question as to what is the significance of that within the context of the legal opinion that he's putting together. That is the missing element that I have in this. Secondly, I think in light of this, we should we have a duty while we study this some more to contact the town officially, although they're aware of it. I understand their city attorney made a comment about this in the paper today, but I think we owe it to our business partners to let them know that we have an opinion that leads us to explore further what our actual legal obligation is to any property outside of the city proper with respect to the providing of water and sewer. I think we also need to let the county know that. We possibly need to let the state know that, because they're closing a facility. And at the point that they close the facility, I'm not sure that what comes in there, I mean, we may choose, we may not choose. The county's actually never built on their property. And so certainly they can't claim any particular damage, especially since CCA and others are saying, well, this is simple, we just draw our own water in some magical way and process our own waste. Technology being what it is, I mean, maybe that's what they need to do. But over the last couple of years, and that's the first part of it, and I really think that we owe it to our business partners to make that disclosure. But you know what? Over the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking about our firefighters as well, Mayor. And you know, we put an awful lot of effort into improving response times, and I think each of us, you know, can take some credit for having made an investment during a difficult time to improve response times. And the town has been talking about closing roads and replacing them with some sort of gate structure that in an emergency they could go through. And I don't see how that would do anything other than delay our response time. And I'm very concerned about that, because when we report out our response times, it includes the it includes all of them, all of the times. And there are provisions in the contract for how quickly we need to get from point A to B, which you all know well because you read the contracts. And I'm not sure now whether or not with these closures we have the ability to meet those goals or to meet our own goals if those goals exceeded. And so my leaning is toward telling the town that we may need to sit down and renegotiate this contract because if they're going to close roads, I'm not sure I want to serve them. And I actually agree with Commissioner Seipel that we're lucky that we have a big number of retirees, and even though it doesn't quite equal the number of firefighters that we have, we can suck it up and absorb the rest somehow and make do. But quite honestly, if the town, and there is no bigger supporter of regional services than me. I've been talking this up for years. But if the town of Southwest Ranches wants to close us off by closing their public roads, maybe they should go find somebody else to provide them with fire service. And because I don't consider that particularly neighborly. And so I think that we have two sets of concerns that I'd like to see in a letter to them. One, that we ask for a renegotiation of the contract. I'm not saying that we should issue a notice to terminate just yet. I think that what we should do is simply say that we have concerns that cause us to invite them to renegotiate. And that the concerns have to do with a potential misunderstanding of our legal rights with respect to water and sewer. And second, our very serious concern with respect to our ability to provide them service, or our willingness, quite frankly, to provide them service if what they're going to do is be closing roads. And unless there's an objection to the sending of that kind of letter, Mayor, we can do that by consensus, or if you'd like to vote on that item, I can bring it up under old business or now, or however you wish to proceed.
I just want to make one comment if you don't mind.
Sure.
I want to make sure we do factually. I'm always procedurally, factually. When you mentioned that the delayed time of a gate, I want to make sure, City Attorney, and I would like you to investigate it, is it the same delayed time for a gated community? I want to make sure we have all our facts together, not just throwing out conjecture. We need to be right on everything we do. So I know Commissioner Castillo said that the gate would impair the response time. I want to make sure it's no different than a gated community because they have to use their clicker for that as well. So other than that, Commissioner, I wouldn't have an objection.
Well, I think just to clarify that point, if I could, I mean, I'm concerned about that. But deeper still, I just don't know that I want to do that anymore. If what they want to do is close, if they want to live it as an island, they should move to and live at sea. And that's just the way I see it. If they want to be an island, they should live at sea.
I've got Commissioner.
We'll stay on shore.
Commissioner Schechter.
Commissioner, I'm not clear